What I'm about to show you right now will prove the situation is much worse than everybody thinks.
Today for the Bitcoin price with DavinciJ15, we will talk about Bitcoin, the financial markets, and also the economy. Because right now, according to DavinciJ15, things are much worse than everyone thinks. We will talk about Bitcoin, which is right now struggling, whether the next decisive move will be to the upside, even above 6,000 US dollars, or if Bitcoin will keep crumbling down within the next few days and weeks and find lower lows. Guys, this episode will be jam-packed because towards the end, we will also talk about the financial crisis and the happenings in Europe. We will talk about all of that and also about horrifying pictures in Italy and much, much more. Guys, you for sure do not want to miss out on that. You want to take a seat. You want to smash up the like button right now to at least 2,400 likes. And that being said, DavinciJ15, we want to come to the most important question of today. How are you doing today, my man?
I'm doing great, man. It's concerning that everything has happened. Yeah, I've lost a lot in the market. I think all of us have lost a lot in this market, and on top of that, with this virus going on, yes, it's been rough. But you know what? I've been preparing for this for a long time, so I'm ready to go. So, not so bad. How are you doing over there?
I'm also doing well. I know for a fact that you have been preparing for that not only since yesterday or last year. Since years you have been preparing for that. If you have been listening to our channel, you heard about DavinciJ15 talking about all the flaws in the financial system since a very long time. But to answer your question, I am doing also very well, despite I am a little bit concerned about the economy, about the people all over the world. But yeah, we escaped the noise a little bit here. We are here in Thailand, Koh Phangan, to concentrate on content and not to be all too much affected by the outside world. Please, let's go into the content because today you have extremely important stuff to share, not only about Bitcoin's most likely next move, but also about the financial crisis, the economy, and very concerning pictures.
Yeah, well, as you can see here, Bitcoin is trapped on a ledge here, right? It's hanging off of a ledge. Like, pretend you see like somebody hanging by their nails, trying to climb up and climb out of out of falling into the abyss. Because
that's a good picture.
I've had these two trend lines here on this chart forever, and I never thought that this trend line would ever come back to be visited. But here we are.
But you actually had drawn that since, like, I don't know how much long ago? Weeks, month?
Well, yeah, like months ago actually.
Yeah.
So here, let me just go back. Let me go to the weekly. I had this thing drawn out from like way back. Once we took off, right, I had this thing drawn out thinking, okay, well, we've got to come back to visit this line here, so maybe and then it's going to cross against the 200 weekly average. So maybe it comes back and visited the 200 weekly or this red line. And look where we are. We're right at that line, and we've breached it, but come back above it to stay above that line, that red line. And I'm like, oh my God, this is on a cliff. If we close decisively below this line, I don't even want to talk about what the next result will be, because there's nothing. I have no other trend line or any other kind of like charting TA to tell you where this thing is going to go beyond Alessio Rosani's shark pattern, which I also mentioned in my videos. But I don't even want to consider that.
Well, just tell us the number. Just tell us the number for everyone. Otherwise, the comment section is going wild today.
Okay, fine. Basically, right, we could see this thing go all the way down to the 2,500. Let's just see what the extensions say. I don't want to do it. Honestly, I really don't want to do extensions on this, but I guess I should. So let's just see what it does. I know, I don't want to. But let's go and do this thing. Oh my God, let's see here. What the extensions go and tell us what we could possibly see. Let's see here. Do I need to reverse that?
And I want to, while you are doing that, remind everyone, please, guys, as I said, it is not the easiest to come back in these times and do content here for everyone. It would be much nicer to like concentrate on family, do Skype calls here and there, but we are doing these calls for you. All we are asking for, please go down, scroll down, smash the like button for that video, make noise in the comments, take part at the poll later on. That would be just amazing. This is all the support we are asking for, and we would be so happy. We are already so grateful for you guys.
Okay. Oh my God. Oh
Oh,
my
no
God. Oh
way.
my God. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. I see. I have another trend line way down here as well. Look at that. That I didn't remember drawing from a while ago, and look where it is. It's right where the golden ratio is at $2,000.
No way.
Exactly. Oh my God. Yeah.
Okay, you know what? I will start the poll. I will start the poll already because, guys, we will afterwards go into the more bullish outlook and the conditions we have to fulfill for that. But I want to start with the poll earlier than actually planned. Let us know, guys, do you think that we are going to reach 2,000 US dollars, 1,963 US dollars within the next few weeks? Let us know in the poll, which is, or let's say ever. Will we reach this price target ever? Let us know in the poll, which is popping up on top of the screen right now. Click yes or no for this very, very bearish price target. And DaVinci, please let's go into your other scenario as soon as possible.
Yes, exactly. Because like this is like stomach wrenching to see this kind of news information. But I guess we have to look at it because we can't tell the market what it wants to do. We have to look at what the market may do. And just trade based on that, right? So here we are, right? If we roll over, right, close below here is, we said it's like nightmare situation. But the good thing is, right, at the same time, Bitcoin hasn't changed. Nothing has changed with the fundamentals of Bitcoins. It's just going to change the price based on people's psyche deciding to, hey, you know what, I'm going to sell this and buy later at a lower price, and that's just how the market works, right? So if we break this level here, though, if we break upwards and we close above here in a 4-hour, just a 4-hour candle closes above these wicks, just a 4-hour candle, not a daily, 4-hour, we will see this thing move very fast back up to the $8,000 level.
No
That's
way.
about 40% around the $8,000 level, anywhere from the 7,500 to the 8,000 level. We have to close at around the $6,000 level.
Okay,
above the
guys, we are
$6,000
talking
level.
here not about the daily, but about the 4-hour candle, which has to close above. So let's say we close above. You talked about a very specific probability. You already mentioned it quickly. It is 40%, right?
Yeah, 40% chance that we'll get up to here. Now, that doesn't mean, so that means that once we get here, right, that increases to 60%, right?
Okay.
60% chance. Right now, we're only a 40% chance down here that we get up here. That's a higher probability, a 60% chance we roll over.
Right now, you are seeing a 60% for 2,500 to keep it very easy. 60% for 2,500, 40% for 8,000 even.
Exactly.
Yes.
But it will be a very, very, very violent move if we get into this area. Very violent move upwards, because all of this is like very little trading, and so we'll move very fast.
Okay.
In this area here. So look for that if we break upwards, right? And we break upwards, but there's another chance, right? Here's another problem, though. There's another problem. If we just break upwards, right, we could just bounce around like down, like all the way down here, and not really break out from this level. And then once we break down through the red, it could be like see you when I see you, right? And let's not hope that this scenario doesn't play out either.
Yeah.
So yeah, it could play with us on the other side of this trend line as easy as if we break down, we're going to break down. There's no playing around. If we break down, basically, not.
To put it very easily, either we are breaking down, finding 2,500, or we are breaking out, actually. In case we break out, we need a significant breakout with follow through instead of like just crumbling down once again. So in case we break out, we need a significant, massive breakout to wipe out this crazy candle here we are seeing on the right hand side.
Exactly.
And DaVinci, as I already said, the maybe even more important topic right now is not Bitcoin. We all know the properties of Bitcoin. We know it will succeed eventually in the future. What we do not know for sure is what exactly is going to happen with the economy. So can you please let us know what was recently happening with the Federal Reserve? They did something like a double down. Then how you interpret the reaction of the market. Guys, this will be extremely surprising. And also afterwards, the very shocking photos from Italy and Europe.
Yes, exactly. Let's talk about first the Federal Reserve, right? The Federal Reserve is like like the guys with a gunship, right? And they're looking at Superman, right? And they want to like take him down, right? And so they got a gunship, and they fired all their bullets, and he's just Superman continued walking through. I mean, this is unbelievable. I mean, and the markets are looking at this and going like, yeah, we're gonna sell everything.
Bye bye. Bye bye. Like the Federal Reserve putting out nice dinner, buying expensive wine, and they say, no, bye bye. I'm out.
Exactly. It's just unreal. I mean, they just recently the last thing they did, right, is they doubled down on the repo operations right here. They announced another 500 billion in cash injections and liquidity. Now, what this means, right? I'm going to go back to face mode, because what this means is that, remember how back in Friday they had a 500 billion and 505 billion dollar repo operations.
Yes.
That was just the cap. They've increased that cap to 1 trillion, right? And what blows my mind on top of that, blows my mind, is that they also they got rid of the what's it called, the reserves requirement. So they don't need, the thing is they don't need overnight lending with that reserve requirements gone to zero, because the reserve requirements going to zero for overnight lending was so that you could shuffle money around, so that you could pretend that you're actually staying at the reserve requirement, but meanwhile being leveraged a lot more. And so with that gone, right, you don't have to pretend anymore, right, that your leverage is like a lot higher than 10 to 1, right? So that means that people are using this lending operations, the repo operations, in the longer term bonds, right? For example, 3-month bonds. They're actually giving those 3-month bonds to the Fed and saying, "Hey, I'll come back to you in 3 months and buy that back off again." Unbelievable. Up to $1 trillion worth. Unreal.
This is for sure crazy. And what concerns me, and we talked about that before, is how the markets reacted, because usually with the measurements the Federal Reserve actually took, with lowering the interest rates to 0%, with pumping more money into the economy, significantly more money, because they also had 200 billion additional for some secondary market buys. And all of that should actually pump the market a little bit. Even Donald Trump said all the investors should be thrilled right now. A few hours later, the markets opened and we saw the second biggest drop in the history of the stock markets at all. So how would you interpret that the markets are so extremely bearish, even though the Federal Reserve and the ECB, like all the central banks in the world, having shot already all their gunpowder?
Well, basically, it shows that the market doesn't care anymore, and they are selling everything to get cash ready for the next big thing. And I bet you that next big thing is purchasing real assets, real hard assets like gold, silver, Bitcoin, all of that. They're getting ready to like bid those things up like crazy. So be ready. Make sure you've got your gold and silver and physical stuff, real stuff. Don't leave that Bitcoin on that exchange, right? Not your keys, not your Bitcoin, not your keys, not your crypto. Remember that. And because we're going to see some serious fireworks in every single physical market out there that's not purchased with debt. Wow, it's going to be insane. I think the stock market may even get, believe it or not, I think the stock market will also catch a bid finally once it bottoms out. It will catch a very rapid bid very fast, because people are going to need places to put their money, and they can't. And once Bitcoin, gold, silver, and all the assets, physical assets, gets too high, they end up looking for bargains somewhere else. So that's what's going to happen, or we're going to see it happening over the next while.
So what we were saying about gold, it is a little bit already starting in Germany. I just got some pictures over from Germany. The streets are empty, like no one is there anymore. But before, some of these stores were closing down, and some of them are still open. People are standing in line in front of the gold shops already in Hamburg and some other cities. And this is actually crazy. The people are already realizing that. I think it is a question of time until people are also educated about the properties and the unique selling propositions of Bitcoin, and we will see the same lines standing in front of I don't know, ATMs, for example, and so on. So this is actually already a development we want to see for this reform, which is maybe even coming up in the next month, years, or whatever. So you also wanted to talk about very concerning pictures, DaVinci, from Europe. We have a lot of European viewers. This is also very interesting for US viewers because it is actually extremely concerning, not only for the people, but also for the whole economy in general.
Yeah, I always said that the European Union will be the first to fall, right? And it was, and I saw it as a sense that the Federal Reserve and stuff like that will push the European Union over the cliff as a way of strengthening the dollar. But now I see that the European Union will do it to themselves. When you see the streets of a city in Italy, you see that it's empty. There's no economic activity. You see no cars parked outside. You see nothing. It's absolutely ominous. And this is coming to cities all across Europe first. And the reason why I say that is because a lot of European countries are not taking this virus seriously. And when it does hit, it will hit them so hard, they will have to take drastic measures when it's too late. And when they do, that's going to collapse their economy because they didn't take it in a slow and planned measure. You see, I've seen videos everywhere where the Spanish people are like still in the streets, hanging out, partying, thinking that this is not going to affect them. And yeah, maybe you have an 80% chance of not being hospitalized. But when our hospitals collapse and people are dying because they can't get a bed and they can't get treated, that's when the realization of how bad this is. When somebody dies with a heart attack and they could have had an operation to survive and they can't. When somebody dies of like regular issues that they should have been able to survive, and this is going to add to the death toll, and governments are going to react like crazy because you know what, they want to be able to have those hospitals available to them as well. So they're going to do whatever it takes to get those hospitals up and running, and you're going to see that happening once they realize what of a big mistake they've made by allowing people to just roam around the streets and go to their parties and continue having fun like nothing's going on.
Yes. Thank you so much for that. And let's hope. I'm also myself from Europe. I think like 45% of our viewers are from Europe, but we are all from the same Mother Earth. Let's hope that this virus is flattening out very soon, as most of the virus have been flattening out in the past. Guys, don't panic too much. Actually, don't panic at all, but have respect in front of the danger. Take your security precautions, wash your hands, all of that, of course, but please don't panic, don't be fearful, just have respect, and that should solve it the best. Thank you so much for sharing all of that with us. Guys, actually, for the economy right now, for the financial markets, it is much worse than everyone is telling you, even though the people are already panicking a little bit, but they are mostly panicking about the virus. They should be panicking about the economy as well. So this was very, very interesting. DavinciJ15, thank you for that. You are the #1 person to talk about economy and all of that. So yeah, thanks for coming to us today. Do you have any updates to share for our lovely viewers and everyone who is watching right now? Once again, join the comment section. At these times, it's extremely interesting to see your thoughts. We will try to answer a lot of your questions in the comment section. Join our Telegram group where DavinciJ15 is at, and of course, we are also sharing the trading setup. But now stay calm because you have maybe some updates.
Yes, for Pandora's Wallet, I'm going to be closing off the Telegram group. So right now, it's if you just purchase 1 month of of Pandora's Wallet, you'll be part of our Telegram group forever from now until the end of April. So if you join Pandora's Wallet, subscribe to Pandora's Wallet, even for just 1 month, you'll be a permanent member of our Telegram group. But after that, it's only going to be people who are permanent subscribers will be allowed to stay inside the Telegram group. So go ahead and take advantage of that before that window closes in the next little while. So that's my offer.
Thank you so much for extending it a little bit. And now is your chance, guys. This is actually a present, like 1 month, and you have the private Telegram group with DavinciJ15. You already have a public one, but the private one is it adds a little bit more spice to it. Also, you get an amazing product on top of that. So guys, make your research, check it out, and feel free to take advantage of that. Also, DaVinci, do you have anything to share before we wrap up today's episode?
Yeah, always play from a position of strength and don't get wrecked.
Do not get wrecked, guys. Thank you so much for watching, and we will see each other very soon at the next one of Crypto. As always, guys, thank you so much for the likes. I can already say thank you beforehand because I trust you that we will reach the 2,400 likes. And that being said, click the subscription box right here and the Bible tutorial right there if you haven't already. And we will see each other at the next one of Crypto. And as always, guys, as always, bye-bye.